Hey everybody, welcome to JV.omYoga. I'm Jamie, this is Echo, and we have a really nice flow for you today. It's great for all levels, wherever you're at in your personal yoga practice, so I hope you can enjoy it. We'll all begin today just meeting on our mat, arriving in the moment, taking a few deep breaths, noticing where we're at today. And when you are ready, I invite you to meet me on all fours. In a tabletop position here, we're going to make sure our hands are right underneath our shoulders and our knees are underneath our hip points. Options here, we can come down to the forearms. We can have two bricks underneath our hands to bring the earth up to us. I invite you to play around here and make sure that you find what is the most comfortable for you moving forward. So, pressing through the knees, pressing through the hands, nice and tall here, spine is straight, parallel to the earth. We're going to start by just taking a few deep breaths here. Starting to warm up, starting to tuck the belly button a little bit closer to the spine. Lengthening through the neck. Let's all take one big inhale together. And on an exhale, we're going to we'll start with our left leg. So left knee stays bent. Hips, we're going to try to keep our hips square to the mat here. Going to raise the left knee so that the lower leg is parallel to the earth. We'll hold here for one inhale. Peek at me if you need to. Let's keep the foot nice and active. Inhale here, exhale. We're going to send the left knee back to meet the right. We're going to flow here with our breath. So on an inhale, we're going to lift that leg back up. Toes flexed. Knee is coming out to the side. Exhale to bring it back in. Inhaling to come open. Exhaling to close. Let's pay attention to our hips here. We don't want to swivel the hips too much in this position. All right, last one, wherever you're at. Inhale to open the hips. Exhale, bring it back to center. Let's plant the left knee back on the ground. All right, perfect. Finding our balance here again. We are going to move on to the other side. So inhale, now lifting the right knee off the ground. Right knee, right lower leg is parallel to the earth here. Exhale to bring the leg back in. Inhaling to open, doing our best to keep the hips square. Flowing with the breath. The speed that you move at is up to you today, depending on how you're feeling. Wherever you're at, let's take one last one all together. Inhale to open. And exhale, planting the right knee back on the mat. Awesome. Let's bring the toes to touching. The knees go wide apart. Hands walk forward, heart and forehead are going to melt against the earth. Let's take two big breaths here. Exhaling to press through the hands, bringing us back up to all fours. Awesome. All right, we're getting a little warmed up now. Let's press through the hands, tuck the toes, send our sits bones all the way up in the air, downward facing dog. Do what you need to do here. Maybe walk your dog out a little bit. Sending one leg up to the sky, then the other. This practice is yours. Yours to explore and discover. Just making sure that if you do something on one side of your body, make sure to balance it out by doing it on the other side as well. All right, downward facing dog. Let's plant the hands. Step forward with the right foot. Adjusting the back foot if we need to. Stacking the right knee over top of the right knee over top of the right ankle. And we're going to raise up into Warrior One. Hands can be to the sky today, maybe at your heart, maybe on your hips. Pressing forward with the left hip. And breathing here. Option here to come forward with the torso. Torso comes parallel to the earth. Hands clasp at the low back and arms come up. So good. One more big breath here, and on an exhale from wherever you are, we're going to use it to pivot out. Left toes come forward. Warrior Two. Again, hands can be at the heart, hands can be on the hips, hands can be out to the side. We have options here. Awesome. We're going to take the left hand, plant it on the left leg for support. Bring the right hand up and over. Heart spirals open and up. Big inhale here. Exhale. Swivel around. Right elbow plants on the right knee for support. Left hand now comes up and over. Our heart is spiraling towards the left now. Opening up. Exhaling to come back up. We're going to take the hands, plant them on either side of the right foot. We're going to pivot out with the left foot so that we're in a lunge. And planting through the hands, just finding some grounding here, finding our points of connection on the mat. We're going to slowly straighten the right knee and bring the left knee up to hover. So left leg comes parallel to the ground. We're going to do our best to keep our hips square to the earth here. The right foot and the hands are holding us up. Lots of space in the spine between the shoulders and the ears. One more inhale here. Exhale, we're going to lower the left foot. Plant through the hands and step the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Nice. Maybe we can bend in the knees a little bit here. Come up on the toes and see if we can send the sits bones even higher to the sky. Just exploring here. All right, perfect. Let's plant the right foot. We're going to step forward in between the hands with the left foot now. Getting comfortable in our stance here. Left knee stacked over the left ankle, and we're going to rise up Warrior One on the other side. Options for your hands here. Hands can be in the air, at your heart, maybe at your hips. Squeezing the legs together, so left hip now is squeezing back. Right hip is squeezing forward. And we're breathing deep. We can also lower the torso, bringing our upper bodies parallel to the earth, clasping the hands at the back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Rocket warrior. Using an exhale to come up. If you were down, we're going to swivel out. I'm going to switch sides here. Pivot the right foot out, coming into warrior two. Hands can be at the heart, hands can be at the hips, hands can be out to the side. We're going to take the right hand, rest it on the right leg, left hand comes up and over, gaze comes up. Perfect. And on an exhale, we're going to spiral around. Left elbow comes to the left knee. Right hand up and over. Opening through the upper body here. Trying to keep a little smile on our face. And coming back up when you're ready, we're going to take the hands, plant them on the ground. Pivot the right foot out into a lunge, and we're going to step back with the left foot now to meet the right foot in a downward facing dog. Again, do what you need to do here. Maybe we're walking out the dog. Bending the knees. Wherever you're at in your down dog, let's all come to plant the left foot on the ground. We'll start with the left foot. We're going to raise the right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Let's bend in the right knee, send the right heel over to the left side of the room, and stack the hips. So right hip stacked on top of the left hip. We can peek underneath the right arm here. And exhale to drop the right foot back to the ground. Planting through the right foot now, let's send the left leg up high, three-legged dog on the left side. We'll bend through the knee, send the heel to the right side of the room. Gaze can come up underneath the left arm here. Hips are stacked. We're getting a nice opening in the hips and the inner thighs. One more big inhale here. And exhale to release. Feet plant on the ground. We're going to have one cycle of breath here. And as you're ready, we're going to lower the knees. Toes come to touching. Knees come wide. We're going to walk the hands out into one more child's pose. Let your forehead come to the earth. And let the earth come up to hold you. Only as you're ready, we're going to come up, pressing through the hands. Just swivel the feet and the knees around to one side so that we can flip over onto our backs. So coming to your back, I invite you to take a moment here And notice if there's anything your body is asking for. Maybe it feels really good to hug the knees into the chest, or come into a happy baby pose, or even a cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet come to touch. So once you're feeling good on your back here, let's all take one big inhale together. We're going to exhale to send the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. So it might feel nice to just grab the knees or right below the knees to help hold the legs up here. Feel free to keep the knees bent. And we'll just get that blood circulation flowing all the way to our toes. Let's take one more inhale here. I'm going to exhale, pull the right knee in towards the chest and send the left leg out long, just hovering above the earth. Both feet are flexed here. Dropping the belly a little bit closer to the spine on your exhale, allowing for that low back to be flat against the ground and really hold us up as best as possible. One more big inhale here. I'm going to exhale to switch. So left knee comes in towards the chest. I'm going to hug it with my hands. Right leg extends out long and hovers just right above your mat. Belly button is dropped low here. One more big inhale and exhale. I'm going to send both feet out long to rest on the ground. We'll take one big stretch all together. Hands come over the head. Breathing some life into our body. Maybe pressing the shoulder blades against the ground here. And as you're ready, we're going to roll to one side, come up and meet in a Sukhasana position, just an easy cross-legged pose. I invite you here to take your last few breaths with me, recentering ourselves, kind of cooling down, and maybe making an intention for the rest of your day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. I'm so grateful that you could join me today. I love you. Have a wonderful day.